I ain't worried about the future, no one see me high, tell me for the same perfect, but I know you understand. I was looking quick to run it now, trying to be the plan, and it's all because of every single step I had your hand, yeah. Every single step I had your hand. Now I got the blessings on the man.
So I'm very emotional today. It is March 28th, and it is 3:07 p.m. I literally woke up at like 1:30. I did not know that I had slept that long. And I do have alarms that go off, but I tend to sleep over them now. And I always jokingly say, like, God just wakes me up when he feels like waking me up, because I have an Alexa and I got like 2 alarms on there, and then my phone is like always in my bed, so that goes off and it's not on silent. Like, I literally sleep through it. And lately I will say that God has been giving me a lot of dreams to interpret, and I wake up with all these symbols of the dreams, and I be like, how do I puzzle piece these together? And I've been talking to my group of friends, which are my sisters, my business partners, and they're my board members as well, for the Glory of Zion. So we share our dreams with each other, and we try to interpret them and things like that. And yeah, so I've been having a lot of dreams, and then I wake up and I still be tired because I don't really feel like I'm asleep. I honestly feel like it's my like spirit life or something like that. I know, crazy. But so I've been having a lot of dreams this month, and tomorrow I will be 32 years old. And wow, like, I've just been so emotional this week alone, because I'm going through a transitional season in my life, and I could feel it. It's very powerful. And yeah, like, I'm going through this transitional period in my life. One of the transitions is one of my best friends. She's actually moving to Virginia, and I was supposed to be moving with her when she initially told me, like, she got in school. And we had already, before she got in school, we had already planned on going on a trip, like a girls trip to Virginia, because like my birthday is March, and we were planning on going like mid-April. So God kind of like worked it out of like, okay, you got in school in Virginia, so she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna move to Virginia now. So it's just like little signs like that. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll move to Virginia too. Like, I can take my business anywhere. I can take my kids anywhere. They're homeschooling. Like, nothing has me rooted here. I've been here my whole entire life. Like, I need a change of pace. But I kind of like took my foot off the gas with that, and was just like, if God wants me to move, he will let me know it's time for me to move. So I've been like waiting for signs for that. And then yeah, I lost my train of thought, but it's that. And then we had our event on Saturday, March 26th. So that was an emotional thing, because that was an initial event. Like, this is like my 3rd or 4th event that I have thrown since I have became a full-time entrepreneur. And this in particular event was, I knew it was going to be a powerful one. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't scared. Like, all my other events, like, I will be super nervous. I will be dreading the day. Like, my anxiety will be high. And then when I get there, I'll be flustered and things like that. But like, this particular day was just like, I was not scared. I didn't know what to say. And I just kept on like, God, if you got something for me to say to them, I will talk. But I wanted the moment in the room to be about all the other women and I could talk. Like, I could talk, you know. So I just didn't want it to make it about me and my journey, but I had to close it out, and I did have to share a little bit of my journey, which was the whole entire reason why we were even there in the first place. So I did talk about it and things like that, but it was emotional that day for me, because it was the first time that my board members met each other face to face. We have a group chat in our, like, on our phone and thing like that, and we are in our Motherhood Rich community together as well. So, like, we just been virtually kicking it, you know what I'm saying? We've been there for each other, virtually kicking it. And then to, like, literally feel each other's energy in the room, I was just like, oh my God, like, you most definitely gave me more than I asked you for. So I'm personally going through family issues with my sister. So, like, me and my sister have not talked since last year, around this time in March. So I'm a little emotional about that, because it's my baby sister, and then I help raise her. So it's kind of like a mom not being able to have that connection with their child anymore, and it's literally like this person doesn't exist anymore, and this person is on this earth. So it's like mourning my relationship with my physical sister. So on February 2nd, I stayed up super late, and I was praying, and I wrote in my Bible that I needed God to send my sister home. I said, God, can you please bring my sister home? And that was that. And he connected me with a bunch of other women. That's when I started helping this one mother in our community get all the resources she needed. It basically became a blueprint of how God wanted us to operate with the Glory of Zion. So yeah, so me helping that mom kind of like gave me insight and the resources I needed to operate in the Glory of Zion. So that was that. And yeah, I just got so much on my mind, y'all. Like, I'm picking up my kids right now, and this video is gonna be super long because I got so much to say. So it's gonna be like little bits and pieces, but that's all I got for you right now. So I was talking to my best friend about the analogy that I came up with, faith. So imagine yourself trying to get to the other side. So imagine yourself being on a roof and you're trying to get away from some bad guys or something like that, like you're being chased, and you came to a halt because you don't have anywhere else to go. You're stuck on this roof, and you see that it's another roof on the other side, and you can't make it on the other side unless you believe that it's a floor. And in order for this floor to come up, you have to believe that it's there. And when you're walking to the other side, to the other building, you have to believe as you're walking that this floor is still here. And as you're walking and taking your journey to this other roof to get away from the other things, you're gonna get distracted if you look at everything around as you're walking, because you got to keep your eyes and your mind on the floor to believe that it's still there. And as you're walking, and say if you get distracted, like, oh, it's a car over there, and as soon as you look over there, the floor disappears, so you get ready to start falling. But then you're like, oh, I gotta remember that I gotta keep believing that it's a floor right here so I can get to the other side. And as you continue your journey on your faith walk with God, you have to keep believing. You got to keep on keeping your eyes and your mind on your faith with him. Because if you keep your eyes and your mind on the faith with him and not the distractions on the side, and keep looking over here and looking back and seeing what somebody else is doing and things like that, then you're going to get distracted, and then your path disappears because your eyes are on something else. But as soon as you take your eyes off of the distractions and you keep it focused on the floor, your faith, you're able to make it to you're able to make it to where you're needing to go. I hope that makes sense. Like, I was trying to help y'all understand it, how it was in my head, but I just had this conversation with my best friend, so I feel like that might help you or someone else. So if you think this helps, then share it. And I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I have a lot of things going on my mental today. I'm super emotional, and I have a bunch of videos that I need to like pour into. So I will talk to you guys later. I love you, and bye. When you pick these kids up from the baby daddy, and then this is what they're looking like. He over here looking like he a little kid, toddler rapper, and then he got some in his mouth, so I guess that's his grill. And you got Khalil over here. He was the first one out. They'll never take a nap when I want them to.